Have you ever wondered what would happen if a group of cleaning ladies took on the ruthless world of high finance and came out on top? Well, in 1963, British cinema gave us Ladies Who Do, a sharp and witty comedy that did just that, packed with social satire, charming performances.
It's been pierced.
That's why I took it. I found it in the waste paper basket.
And a delightful underdog story. This film has earned its place as a cult classic. Today, we're diving deep into Ladies Who Do. The story, the stars, the memorable moments, and why it's still worth watching over 60 years later.
We're not going to sell this waste paper. We are going to make use of it.
So, what's Ladies Who Do all about?
Spicing fags out.
At its heart, it's a tale of class struggle.
I'd give 'em a quid out my own pocket if only they'd stop walking over my clean floor.
Wrapped in a comedic caper. Our protagonist is Mrs. Cragg, played by the formidable Peggy Mount.
Mosquito. Place is teeming with them.
A no-nonsense charwoman who cleans offices by night and looks after her tight-knit London neighbourhood by day.
Why, there's one old lady there of over 80. She's lived there 60 years.
She stumbles upon insider stock market information purely by chance, thanks to a discarded cigar belonging to financier James Ryder, played by Steptoe and Sun star Harry H. Corbett. This seemingly insignificant moment sets off a chain of events.
Mrs. C, you remember when we bought those shares? I made 5,000.
That sees Mrs. Cragg and her fellow cleaning ladies take on the ruthless world of high finance.
You don't work for them, do you?
No, but I know the ladies who do.
With the help of the eccentric Colonel Whitworth, portrayed by the always delightful Robert Morley.
We only make use of material which is in the public domain. Things that have been thrown away or left lying around.
The ladies turn their humble cleaning crew into an investment syndicate. They start making serious money, completely outmanoeuvring the financial elite.
Our cash balance now stands at £26,007, 6 shillings and 4pence halfpenny.
But of course, there's a catch. Ryder has his own schemes, including demolishing Pitt Street, the working-class neighbourhood the women call home.
These houses are being pulled down. I'm afraid that
Otherwise you're what?
To build yet another soulless office block. The ladies now have a personal stake in the fight.
I'll splatter you all over that wall. Do you understand?
You make yourself abundantly clear, sir.
And they're not about to back down. What makes Ladies Who Do so memorable isn't just the story.
They had their way, they'd bung us all into crowded grottos like what the Germans did.
It's the performances. Peggy Mount, with her commanding presence and razor-sharp wit, leads the charge with a performance that's both heartwarming and hilarious.
Did you say £5,000?
I did, Mrs. Cragg.
Robert Morley, known for his larger-than-life characters, brings a mischievous charm to the retired colonel.
It wouldn't be the same next time. I only wish we could get a tip like this every day.
Whose enthusiasm for financial scheming rivals even the city's biggest tycoons.
Suggest we go for the killing. Put the lot on pig producer.
And then there's Harry H. Corbett, playing against type as the slick and ambitious Ryder.
Signed this undertaking to move within the next month.
Proving he was just as effective as a villain as he was as a downtrodden rag and bone man in Steptoe and Son.
I want you to give me a price on pulling down some houses in Pitt Street.
The supporting cast is just as impressive. Miriam Carlin, best known for the rag trade, plays Mrs. Higgins.
A stock exchange is a cankerous growth on the dying body of capitalism.
One of Mrs. Cragg's allies, with her signature mix of toughness and humour.
The bourgeois and proletarian blood will mingle in the gutters of the Charing Cross Road before they get us out of here. Go on, off!
Dandy Nichols, who would later become a household name as Else Garnet in Till Death Us Do Part.
I mean, we've always been a respectable family. I couldn't be a party to anything like that.
Is another scene stealer as Mrs. Merriweather. And let's not forget John Pertwee, the future Doctor Who.
I still don't like it, Jim. I mean, we've got enough on our plate as it is.
In a small but memorable role as Sidney Tate, Ryder's increasingly nervous business partner.
I've just been dragged through the Kremlin backwards and bounced by a bruiser.
One of the film's standout sequences comes when the ladies' fortunes take a dramatic nosedive.
Putting money on pigs, It's like putting money on horses.
Having invested everything in an Irish pig farm, they're left ruined when swine fever wipes out the stock. It's a moment of genuine tension as they realise they may have lost not just their money, but their homes.
All gone.
Oh my.
But just when all hope seems lost, fate intervenes in the most unexpected way. When the pigs are buried, it turns out the land is rich in valuable minerals.
Heavy speculation in pig producers' shares.
Suddenly, they're back in business.
Capital back.
Almost certainly. That and a great deal more.
Filming took place in various London locations, adding an authentic feel to the story. The bustling city streets, the smoky offices of the financial district, and the tight-knit community of Pitt Street all feel incredibly real, capturing a slice of working-class London that was rapidly changing in the 1960s.
Oh, that's clever, isn't it?
It's a wonderful time capsule of an era when high-rise developments were starting to reshape the landscape, often at the expense of established communities, something the film satirises brilliantly.
The world is changing, and it's no good you and your friends resisting that change.
Upon its release, Ladies Who Do was a modest success at the box office. While it wasn't a massive blockbuster, it found a dedicated audience, particularly among British cinemagoers,
Deliver these to all the people in the street just as quickly as you can.
who appreciated its sharp humour and social commentary. Critics praised the performances, particularly Peggy Mount and Robert Morley,
£5,000 is a different kettle of fish.
Nonsense, Mrs. Gregg. Don't think I do anything dishonest.
and the film's light-hearted but pointed take on class and capitalism.
I want you to meet my board.
Some reviewers felt it was a little too whimsical
All of your jars.
Do you mind?
to make a truly biting statement, but that's part of its charm. It delivers its message with a wink rather than a wagging finger. Over the years, Ladies Who Do has remained a favourite among fans of classic British comedy. Its mix of wit, warmth, and working-class rebellion gives it a timeless quality. And let's be honest, who doesn't love an underdog story where the little guy, or in this case, a group of formidable ladies, gets one over on the rich and powerful?
The doctor told me I was lucky to be alive to tell the tale.
Oh, how awful.
If you've never seen Ladies Who Do, it's well worth tracking down. Whether you're a fan of classic British humour, enjoy films about clever schemes and cons, or just want to see a fantastic cast at the top of their game, this one delivers. And who knows, it might just inspire you to look at the world a little differently. After all, as Mrs. Cragg learns, sometimes you've got to take matters into your own hands. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into Ladies Who Do, don't forget to like and subscribe for more classic film retrospectives. What's your favourite classic British comedy? See you in the next one.
I have a very important call and I have paid for it. Excuse me, Colonel. There's a blue bottle in the box.